Yeah, I just posted a story. And we're on air. Also, I don't think I mentioned this last episode, but we have this beautiful, beautiful new accessory donated by our view.
Don't even say anything right now.
So if you guys want to donate anything, check out the P.O. box.
Donate money. I love
Just
money.
mail us some money. Because this is a non-prof. Anyways, welcome back to...
Sorry, I'm looking at my emails.
Oh, it's fine. Are
okay,
they related to the business?
I'm a business.
You are a business. Season 2, episode 3. So,
Sorry, that was traffic.
it's okay.
We
Yeah.
record on a busy street.
Yes, in LA.
Like on the street.
Yeah, we're in a studio in Los Angeles. What?
Anyways.
Anyways, as we learned,
So last episode, I really enjoyed like everybody's input. That's
yes.
what we're trying to like make that a thing.
Yes.
And I think we're gonna make it we have made it a thing.
Exactly. So make sure you follow us.
Yes.
At sign, like in
Chaotic.
the email address.
It's an Instagram account, not an email address.
Okay, look, it's like half of an email address at chaotically conquering.
Yeah, so please follow us there.
.com.
To like keep up with like us and like also like participate in our questions.
Yeah.
But on the first episode, we did talk about crying.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm a crier. I'm just kidding.
I mean, yeah, you said how you talk. You said how you take pictures of yourself crying.
Yes, I did that once.
Mm-hmm.
I took videos of me crying.
Mm-hmm. Here, we'll put it right. Yeah, I'm just kidding.
Cut to it. I'm just kidding. Yeah, but some people responded to that, right? At least on your end.
Yes. So
I think it'd be a really good time
to share those
share.
answers. Sure. Let me
Yes.
look. So I posted this on my personal. You guys should also follow us on our personal Instagrams.
There's nothing much there. People are stalking.
Because sometimes we post important stuff about the podcast. Justin with a J. I'll put it in the description, and then the by Vanessa R.
Yes.
By Vanessa R.
Bi as in BY. Like,
Not bisexual.
that's what you thought.
Okay.
Bi, like it's something bi.
Yeah.
I do a lot of things.
Right.
I'm a very talented person.
Right. Wait, how do I? Oh, I screenshotted them because
Oh,
I
you
know
did?
they disappear. Yeah.
No, they're on your messages.
No, they're right here. Okay, so I asked people.
you did that. Okay.
Yeah, so I asked people, when was the last time you cried?
Yes.
And surprisingly, I got a good handful of answers. Someone said, today.
Very straight.
See, like, it depends on, like, the type of cry. You know? Like, was it a happy cry? Was it a sad cry?
And we don't know because you just said, or they just said today.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Someone
Thanks.
else said, yesterday. It's part of my self-care routine.
Oh, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, find a reason to cry every day.
That's not hard at all.
It's very easy for me.
I mean, when was the last time you cried?
I can't remember.
Oh, so it's been a while.
No, like I blocked it on my memory. I think it was when I found out how lonely I am. Just kidding.
I'm so sorry.
No, I think it was after because you made me, but we watched Little Women one time, and yeah.
You cried?
No, I was like, oh, I'm lonely too.
Aww.
Her speech is very good.
Yeah.
No, wait, it's been raining recently, and I've been listening to folklore.
And you
that
just
made me
cried
cry.
to that?
Do you want to see the picture? I'm just kidding.
You took a picture?
I took a picture.
Oh my god, you actually take pictures of yourself crying.
I thought it was funny.
I know. I was actually watching this TikTok. It was like this guy with his therapist. Oh my god. Wait, that's hilarious.
I know. I was going to post it as a joke. Because that's not what I actually look like.
When
I
you
just like
cry?
started falling. I'm like, oh my god.
Only the video watchers will see this, but people were like, and they're crying.
That's what
like,
I tried doing, and I just look stupid.
I want to do that more. It's like super Gen Z.
Okay, keep going.
Anyways, someone said the last time they cried was 3 weeks ago. Sometimes it's good to let it out. Mm-hmm.
I think that's what my body was doing, but I didn't.
Just
My
letting it
body
out.
and my brain weren't connected, and it's just like
So you actually didn't want to cry in your mind, or
I wasn't thinking about sad thoughts. My body
Interesting.
just like reacted.
interesting. I wonder if that's like a survival mechanism. The last answer that I got was oh, I don't think I got a good answer. Like they said the last time they cried was over TV. Oh, I think they were asking for a
A
clarification.
TV show.
Yeah, like did they cry over a TV or a movie, or did they cry in real life? And I
Oh,
think that's a good distinction.
Like for me,
Yes.
They were asking if I was okay. I just have a very sad life. No, when
It's
I was
like-
watching Little Women, I was like, they have such a sad life.
Yeah, it's depressing.
It's very depressing.
I felt really bad
because it was
for
one
them.
thing after the other, and I'm like, girl,
Yeah,
keep it up.
it's like they can't catch a break.
I know, and I
Mhm.
think that was just like in the olden days.
Yeah.
For the person that was, I don't remember the context of the video.
Anyways, while you find that, the last time I cried was actually a few weeks ago too. I think I cried on New Year's Day.
Oh, do you just like because our last episode was about holidays?
Yes.
Do holidays make you feel like?
They actually make me feel really emotional sometimes if I get caught in my feelings.
Oh,
And you know, depression.
I-
That comes with just crying in general. But recently I've been pretty good.
I can't remember why I said I was crying. I mean, I just have cover real. I like start thinking about my life, and I'm like, oh my god, I haven't accomplished anything. But I'm like,
Yeah, but like you said in the last episode, we should think about the good things.
oh,
let's
nothing
skip to
about
the good
my life
part.
has been good.
I think it's not linear. It's like, you know, you'll have your bumps in the road, and you know, when you're driving your little car, your your little car.
My little car.
Anyways, that was a little poll that I did. So make sure to follow our Instagrams
Yes.
in the description. And also just follow Chaotically Conquering because it's
But
epic.
our poll for this episode, we didn't get a lot of responses.
Mhm. Go ahead, shoot it.
What are some unspoken rules you live by?
That's a good one.
That was our poll question.
Let me see if we
What
got.
response did we get?
I have to click it here.
No, you have to
Swipe up. Got it. Okay. Someone said, "Don't stress over what you can't control."
Period. But also like that's kind of not an unspoken rule.
I mean, it's not an unspoken rule, but I think a lot of people miss it. Don't you think? Like people like it goes over their head that like, oh my god, I'm stressing out over this very thing that I can't control, and I'm not going to convince myself that I can control it.
And it's not something like people teach you,
Nope.
like riding a bike. So I think it is unspoken.
You were taught how to ride a bike?
No. I had to teach myself. Like driving and other things.
And coping and
Coping and
yeah.
like just navigating life in general.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm on my own here. And I think I'm doing a very good job. I'm just kidding.
You are.
Okay, no. We're staring off. Yeah, so nobody teaches you how to like ignore problems and like cope with problems. So I think it is unspoken of.
Yeah, I think this is a valid answer.
That's a valid answer.
Of like
Not what we were looking for, but like it made us think.
yes. With that in mind, I'm gonna go ahead and define an unspoken rule according to Wikipedia. Unspoken rules are behavioral constraints imposed in organizations or societies that are not typically voiced or written down.
Yes, and it's not stressing over things you can't control. That's a behavioral thing that like
Totally, and that's not written down anywhere.
no, it's not.
I mean,
Like,
lately on Instagram, my feed has been filled with self-help posts, and I don't know why, but
well, your
it's telling
feed
me.
is a product of you. So what are you liking? What are you liking on Instagram?
Food videos and anyways, I mean a lot of like self-help has been, I guess, on the rise of people like explicitly saying you can't control everything. But I think it is something that's not common for people in real life to be like, you can't control it, don't stress over it.
Like people don't tell you that?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
I mean, some people have.
Some people have.
But I think everyone just likes to be stressed.
Sometimes I do like I think somebody once asked me a question like, how do you want to handle like stress? And like just leave me by myself. Like let me like reflect on it, and then like after I'm done crying, like help me out. Like that's how I would handle like,
that's
stress.
A good way to
cope.
Yeah.
Thanks.
That's a good way to approach someone too.
Like how so?
It's like, how can I help you?
Yeah, like how can I help? Like if you're having a problem, how can I help you?
Because I don't know how to help you unless you tell me.
Yes, and that's another thing that we always talk about: communication. But
is communicating properly with people an unspoken rule?
I think it's a rule that people don't follow.
Oof. Yeah, I mean, I love chaos.
Oh.
I love dysfunctional relationships.
Ew.
Okay, I think one really obvious unspoken rule is, at least in like the workplace, is to not date your coworkers.
That's a very good thing that you said because a lot of people do it.
That's true. And one time,
like the Good Morning America fiasco. Did you ever hear about
what
that?
happened?
So not even the Good Morning America, a subdivision of Good Morning America.
Oh,
I sent you the messages, but you probably didn't read them. So these two co-anchors had a outside relationship, but they were also having an affair.
Oh, that's dirty. That's actually not.
Yeah,
good. That's not
so
good.
they dated their coworkers, and now it's messy
because there's an affair. Because they were cheating on.
Yeah, well, I think the relationship was on the rocks, and then they like
not shaken on the rocks. Okay.
Shaken, not stirred. Anyways, anyways, they had a relationship with coworkers, and now it created this whole big mess. So yeah, like I think people don't tell you like don't have a relationship with your coworkers explicitly, but you should know that maybe this isn't a good thing that you should do.
Yes, and I think it's just a general rule, but I have seen like successful relationships come out of. Why are you smiling at me like that as if it doesn't happen?
Keep going.
I've seen successful relationships that are like actually kind of cute between coworkers, but there's always like something like everyone is like on the low about it, like they haven't told management about it, or maybe one of them has to like change departments.
Well, yeah, because it's gonna like not even like it like a manager and a person just it's a worker. That's not good.
No, yeah, like if I was working at like I don't know, like an In-N-Out. What? What were you gonna say?
Nothing.
Or like a McDonald's. Like if I was just like a regular like work like drive-through clerk and I'm dating like the owner of the McDonald's, obviously that might cause some issues. Conflict of interest. Thank you. That is the word of the day.
Yes. Conflict of interest. Oh, so you will okay, but what about like just a drive-through worker with the grill guy?
I mean, see the thing is, like if I was if I was their coworker and I was witnessing it, I would be like, I liked the grill guy too. And the fact that you can get with him and he wants to get with you makes me angry.
I think like
but that's just jealousy.
That's a whole nother.
That's a whole other subject, actually.
Is there an unspoken rule about jealousy?
I think so. Isn't there an unspoken rule about like how? I don't know. I'm making assumptions here, so correct me.
Okay.
If there's two girl best friends and they see a guy that they both like, who goes for that guy? And is there an unspoken rule that how to say regulates that phenomenon?
I don't know about
like,
that.
how do you decide? Okay, sorry.
How do you decide who gets him first?
Yeah, it's like if I was a girl and you were a girl and we were both single and we saw a cute guy, like who gets it? Who gets the bait?
I think in that situation, it's like whoever the guy likes.
Interesting.
Like, I've seen multiple. I saw a movie that I think it was a TV show. So like, the guy likes this girl, and this girl also likes that guy, but that girl likes this guy.
Yeah.
Well, if I see that they like each other as a friend, and it's an unspoken rule in my head, or it's an unspoken rule in this relationship, I'd be like, they like each other, and because she's my friend, I'm gonna like step away.
That's a really good example, actually, because I feel like I've known some people, not just girls, but everyone, under this umbrella of dysfunctional relationships, have just gone to home wreck it and like have tried to fight
That's
over
also
it.
just a bad friend.
Yeah, I'm starting to learn through this podcast or the season that we just need better friends.
That some people like you should, if you have a bad friend, just leave for the good of your own self. I feel like I was gonna go somewhere else. Oh, also the unspoken rule, like 2 friends, and then the friend breaks up with the guy. It's an unspoken rule that you don't go after them.
Oh no. That's not a good look.
No, it's not a good look on you because you look like a bad friend.
Yes, it looks like you were like waiting almost for them to get away from that person.
Yeah.
And it's like if that guy hurt your best
It's
friend.
Girl code.
Girl code.
Girl code / bro code.
Yes. I'm trying to think of other bro code because I'm gay. So I think a lot of bro code is just very heteronormative. I don't know, bros before hoes.
Exactly. Like, we're bros.
Is that
I'm not going to go
misogynistic?
after your hoe.
That's not misogynistic, right?
Bros before
For
hoes.
hoes.
It's not misogynistic. It's not misogynistic. But at least I don't think. Like,
Yeah.
it's just a term.
Yeah.
That
And my
rhymes.
bro could be a girl.
Yeah, it's like we're bros. Bros
We
before
are.
your
Yeah,
hoe.
bro. Yes. Thank
I'm not
you.
calling her a hoe, but that's
Yeah,
just
she's
how the
not a
saying
hoe.
goes.
Ooh, that rhymed.
Hey.
She ain't a hoe, but that's just how it goes.
Okay.
Hoe. Okay. Bro.
Yeah. Do you have any unspoken rules?
For me, myself, and I don't know. I think about like everyday interactions. Like when I'm at Target, my unspoken rule is that if you put your shit on the little belt, like if I'm in those regular like human operated lanes, you have to put your little divider after you put your shit on the belt. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like that's an unspoken rule in my head, and if you don't do that, then
You're an animal.
yeah, you're a menace to society.
I think there's also like in society, like how we function. There's so many unspoken rules that we don't even know about.
Oh, totally.
Like
And
the thing.
and these
you
are just
said.
things that we learn growing up.
Yeah, and like
Depending on our upbringing.
you don't get in someone's personal space.
Oh yeah, and that's total like dependent on culture. I'm sure
Yeah.
in other countries like and maybe in other states of the
You
United
say
States.
please and thank you.
I don't say please and thank you.
I love saying please and thank you. I think it's so cute.
I was saying may I?
Oh,
Like at Starbucks, I say may I have?
can
So
I
manners.
do? I'm just kidding. Can I do the? I'm just kidding. So I found a list of unspoken rules. Don't call someone continuously more than once unless it's really urgent matter. And if they don't pick up, wait until they return the call. They might be sleeping, sick, busy, or have something important going on.
Nah, I'm trying to spam you. I'm trying to wake you up. Do you follow that rule?
I'm also like respectful of other people. And a lot of
Yes.
people aren't.
See, this all ends up like boiling down to like just
How you were raised.
yeah.
And if you're an animal or not. It's like if you don't answer, like if I call you and you don't answer, it's like, oh, they're probably busy, or like they'll get back to me when they can. But some people are like, you never texted me back.
Yeah, those are actually.
It's like,
menaces to
okay, well,
society.
first of all, I'm busy and have my own life, and my life doesn't revolve around you.
Yes, and the reason they behave like that is because that's how they were raised.
I think it's because they're narcissists. Actually, no.
Oh, you're backtracking.
Yes, because
I mean, some of them are legit narcissists.
yes. I think it's because that's really it. I think they think the world revolves around them and that I owe them my time. It's like,
And you
okay,
don't.
no, I owe myself my time, and I'm giving you my friendship by giving you my time.
Huh. That's interesting. I mean,
Someone texted me.
especially like
Oh, no.
growing up in our 20s, I always like to bring it back to this because
Because
it's
that's
like
our whole podcast about.
yeah, true. I feel like it matters a lot now of our own personal time and respecting that. That's become an unspoken rule in adulthood.
In our adulthood. And I feel like some people don't grow up when they're like, but you're supposed to be my friend and you're supposed to text me back.
That's so high school.
Okay, leave that in middle school.
Oof, middle school. She
It's
went
middle
there.
school.
That is middle
Because
school
in
activities.
high school, you're in like clubs and things. and
You're right.
like,
You
I see
have you have obligations.
Yeah.
You have things to attend. You have meetings to attend.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you expect me to always be there, I mean, I'm gonna be there for you. At the
Yes.
beginning,
Just
you
know that like I have to do this.
Yeah, I have my own life.
Yes.
And some people just don't realize that rule.
No.
Mm-mm.
Exactly. Next. Sorry. When someone treats you to lunch or dinner, don't buy the most expensive dish on the menu. Also, treat them next time.
I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, sometimes they're explicit. Like, they speak the rule. Like, they speak another rule saying you can get whatever you want.
Well, that's not what the episode is about. The episode is about unspoken
You're
rules.
right. Sorry. Okay, unspoken rule. Yeah, of course. I'm going to try and get, like, the cheapest thing out of courtesy if they're paying for it.
Yeah. Or you can also be like, they open the menu and like, oh, I'm between this or this, but that's more expensive. And then if the friend's like, well, get that. I was like, okay. Well, they explicitly said it to me.
Yes, and that becomes a spoken rule.
Yes.
Okay, what about like you're going out with friends and then like you're all ordering and then you end up ordering like together. Is the unspoken rule to
pay them
split
back? Pay them
or
back
to
or
say
bill. I do also have an
like
unspoken
what if someone
rule.
Okay.
Friends don't Venmo charge other friends.
Like Venmo requests?
Yes.
That's how you feel
unless you explicitly say, can you Venmo request blah 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 however money I owe you? Because if you're there was a person. No, honestly, I saw this from other people from a different perspective. But I saw them, so they invited me to lunch, and then they Venmo requested me money. I was like, okay, I thought it was on you, but like
you invited me.
Yeah, so I guess I'm just gonna pay you now. Yeah, and then they're like, do you want to come with me over here? And I'm like, yeah,
it's
sure.
Kind of rude.
I was like, okay, you have to buy tickets. I'm like, oh, okay, like, are you gonna pay? Like, I don't know how it went, but basically they invited me to this ticketed event, and then they Venmo requested me the money. I was like, okay, I thought you were inviting me.
Yeah, it's like me saying, hey, I want to take you out to
dinner, and then afterwards you Venmo
and then
request.
and then like
imagine
when after I drop you off
doing that. Yeah.
I mean, in this economy.
I mean, I understand.
But at least like be upfront with it before.
You have to be upfront with it. Yeah.
Because it's like it doesn't.
And if your friend does that, find a different friend.
Period. I would never Venmo request you unless I'm being ironic.
Yeah, I think because we Venmo each other increments of $4.20 or $69.
Yes, I think I once tried Venmo requesting like hundreds of thousands of dollars.
But as a joke, after I said that.
Yeah. But at one point it doesn't become about like, oh, I have to like.
If you do that at the beginning, you're like, oh, okay, like I understand. Like if you do that like maybe once or twice, okay, like oh, I understand. But if you do that continuously in all our outings, I'm like, this person's a piece of shit.
It's kind of passive.
No.
What?
I think it's aggressive.
It's aggressive.
Yeah, I don't think it's even passive at the least. It's aggressive.
I mean, you've been hit with that Venmo request?
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, I thought you're. I stopped it before it got, and by stop I mean I just didn't communicate with that person anymore.
That's interesting.
I realized, like, I don't think this is good.
I mean, it all boils down to like asking for money.
Yes, like I know money doesn't grow on trees. I'm aware of that, but also like, don't come picking at my money tree.
Yeah. That's why I like to make it clear. I mean, with
you have to make it clear.
Yeah.
And be like, okay.
Yeah, even with like my closest friends, like I like to be like, "Oh, you wanna pay together?"
Yeah, and it's like,
or,
I'll Venmo you after.
Yeah, or like if I'm feeling spendy, I'm like, "I'll get us."
Yeah, or even so, like I'll get us, and I'm like, "Okay, I'll pay next time."
Yes.
I love that.
I love that too. I love that culture.
I also I don't know if you've ever dealt with this. People are like, "I can't hang out because I don't have money."
I have also dealt with that. What do you do in that situation?
I'm like, first of all, I'd be like, okay, fine, I guess. And I'd be like, oh no, I don't think I ever did that.
Like paid for them?
I don't remember.
I mean, personally, I would be like, it's fine, we'll go.
Yeah,
I
would say that, but then also they'd be like, no, I don't have money. I'm like, I'm literally inviting you. And ask and request, but I'm not doing it like explicitly. Like, no, I'll pay for you. I'm like, no, let's go out. It's like, you know what? Okay, fine.
Do you think there's like an unspoken rule, which is terrible communication skills on that person's end, of, oh, I'm saying I don't have money is just another way of saying I don't want to go? Like, I mean, that also kind of comes down to just making excuses. And I think that's almost an unspoken interpretation that I've come to get used to, unfortunately, of like people flaking on me. And not nowadays. Yeah. Because I found better friends. But like in the past, like people have just easily, and I was on that side too, of making excuses.
That's just you're a terrible person.
I'm a terrible person.
Like tell me straight up that
I don't want to go.
Yeah, and unspoken, it's like just have better communication.
That's always what it boils down to. But if we were to make an unspoken rule, it's like, just tell me.
Just tell me straight up.
So it's like the unspoken rule is to speak.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you're in a friendship, the unspoken rule is just tell me.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me now. Before it becomes a problem. Here, let me throw another one in.
Okay.
These
are interesting.
Oh, if you borrow someone's car, fill up the tank before you return it.
I've never really had to borrow. I've never had to borrow anyone's car. I mean, actually, no. I mean, I've had to borrow like.
If you borrow something else, like if you borrow a hat or
what do
a sweater,
do I fill up the tank
do
on
you,
the?
Do you wash it before returning it to them?
I mean, if it's a hat, no. I
Of course.
sorry.
Well, what if you
sorry
have lice?
Can you check? I think if it's like a clothing item, then yeah, I would wash it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, have you?
I think I would do that. Yeah, with a car too. And if I use it, like if I go somewhere far and then I see that like it went down drastically, I'm gonna put it up.
Oh, of course. Same with like the cleanliness of it. Like if I left like crumbs, I would probably try and clean it up.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think that's all just what it boils down to: communication, being a good person, and how you were raised. Kindness. Okay, so there's unspoken rules of life.
Mm-hmm.
What about unspoken rules on dating?
Oh, are you consulting me?
I mean, do you have any?
I mean, it depends how far along the relationship you are in dating.
Okay, well, go for it.
I mean, it depends. Like, for me, I'm obviously a fellow homosexual. So sometimes that comes with like consequences.
Are there unspoken rules in that community?
Oh, of course.
Okay.
A lot. Some of them might involve like looking at other guys, or because I mean, I don't know. I think the at least the LGBT community that I surround myself with is just very like promiscuous and like checking out other guys. Like the unspoken rule there is like we are in a committed relationship and you can compliment other guys, but the rule is like I'm not gonna go for those other guys. Obviously, I'm not gonna be how do I say?
I think also
not
just
loyal.
Heterosexual. I was like, how do you what's the other term?
The heterosexuals,
heterosexual,
the straights.
Yes, and the straights. I think it's also like if like you can call another girl pretty, but don't go after her.
Yeah, and I
but
think
also,
that's
like,
a hard unspoken rule that some people don't
are
follow.
like, why'd you call her pretty?
Yeah, and that again falls down to communication of like setting out your boundaries.
Yeah,
but like if we were in a really like a romantic relationship, and I was like, that girl's hot. And then I cheat on you.
Yeah,
that's
like,
breaking the unspoken.
What? But also, like, no, if you're calling another girl hot in front of your girlfriend, you don't do that.
You don't.
No,
really, you don't.
No.
Oh shoot.
Yeah, don't do that.
Okay.
Because then the girl, like, I think
she's
gonna be like, okay.
Yeah, it's like, what about me? And not like it has to be about her, but it's like you're committed. You're in a relationship.
You're in a relationship. Commitment is the unspoken rule.
And unfortunately, some men might not follow that rule at all.
And it's like you can look at it, but you can't touch it.
Yes.
Like a museum.
No touch. No touchy.
Don't touch.
So that's just a very basic rule, but I think it has to be mentioned because I don't know. There's a lot of infidelity out there. Infidelity.
A lot. Anyways, any other?
Another unspoken rule is, I guess, age. I don't know. Like
we did talk about it last season.
Yeah, there's like a very antiquated rule of like not to date an age half of your age plus like 7 or something.
Do that math for me.
So like for me, I'm just gonna round down to 24.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna round up to 26.
26.
No, let's do 25. Sorry, 25. Divide by 2, and then you add, I think 7.
That's 19. You would
like that's the minimum age that I should be able to date. I think it's 7.
20.
So a 25-year-old dating a 19 and a half year old.
24, 23, 22, 21, 20. That's not even like 5 years.
Yeah, is that acceptable?
I think it would be questionable.
Yeah, because
And
there's
that's an
still like a
unspoken
team.
rule. Like,
Very much an unspoken rule.
yeah. Yes, don't do that.
I mean, there are people that do it anyways, though.
Higher or lower? Wait, let's do lower.
I
How do
mean-
you do lower?
What do
Wait,
you
higher.
mean? Higher. I mean, I guess you would multiply.
25 times 7?
Sure. Wait, no, it's 25 times 2.
2. 25 times 2 is 50.
Oh, divide by 2, add 7, but
Hold
that's or you can I don't know how to reach the upper limit.
How do I go higher?
How old is too old to date? So I was right. You divide by 2, add 7.
They look so happy. Ew.
Oh, okay, subtract by 7, multiply by 2.
So 25 times
Subtract by 7. 25 minus 7
minus 7
times 2.
times 2. I got 11.
No, that doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. Huh?
I think, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I don't think these rules are
Unspoken
actually logical at
rule.
all.
Don't
That's too much
take-
math.
Don't take out of your age range.
But then
That's
what
an
is the
unspoken
age range? That's like the unspoken upper and lower limit
Like,
that we
I
define
would-
as a society.
So I'm 24. 30 is cutting it.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
20, I wouldn't go lower.
yeah.
I wouldn't go any lower than 24.
I mean, God, and I'm totally putting my ex on blast here, but when I was 19, I dated an 18-year-old, and I thought that was, I don't know, maybe I just thought I was too mature.
Oh, and it's also an unspoken rule for, like, let's say for me, that the guy has to be older. If I date younger, people are like,
Really? Really? You feel judged, do you think?
I think I would judge other people.
So you impose that rule upon yourself not to date younger.
Yeah, yeah, that's just my rule, my set rule. I would never date anyone younger.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I always shoot older anyways.
Because if I'm going with
Because
someone
I can't imagine dating someone my age, let alone someone younger, just because of how immature I can be. But I'm 25,
But
so
also, like,
my prefrontal cortex is developed. Hit me up.
with a homosexual relationship,
Mhm.
doesn't matter who's older or younger because there's no genders.
See, that's the thing. And there's also an unspoken rule that the guy has to propose to the girl in heterosexual relationships.
So what about a homosexual relationship?
I mean, we both ended up proposing to each other because we didn't know what the fuck we were
is
doing.
homosexual like bad?
A
to say?
derogatory term. I get the gays.
Is that an unspoken rule?
God, now that you got me thinking about like how to be. I mean,
How to navigate the world?
political correctness overall is like unspoken.
Yes, I
You
think
know?
this also just comes down to again respect. Same-sex relationship,
Same-sex relationships. Yes.
but also like it's identifying your sex.
There's also a term MSM, which is men who have sex with men.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
That's-
It's used in like the medical
Oh,
field
okay.
or something.
Okay, so I'm a doctor. MSM.
Sorry, what was the question?
I forgot.
Something
Oh.
about the homos. Sorry, I'm gay. I think I can say that.
Yes. Yeah, this is a safe space. Oh, so since it's an MSM,
Mm-hmm.
does it matter if someone's younger or older?
Oh,
Like, does that
I
matter?
mean, I think that
Because you
age-
said 18 and 19. Well, you guys are the same
yeah, and that felt really weird because
for you,
yeah,
but not for them.
probably I don't think they knew any better.
Okay.
I mean, it depends on the person. Obviously, like you can be really old and still be really immature. I guess. She's pointing to herself.
Yes.
Or you can be really young and very mature. But at the same time, I would have a hard time believing that because I do objectively believe that the older you are, the wiser you get.
Like Taylor Swift said, I get older but never wiser.
You literally said that the last episode.
I don't care.
We should have that just like imprinted
Yes.
on our
Imprinted
background.
on my forehead.
Okay, sorry. Let's get away from the homos.
Yes. No relationships.
Oh, okay. What about gift giving? I read somewhere online that when you give gifts, at least to like coworkers, you always gift down or at the same
Oh,
level.
I
You
never
never
knew
give a
that.
gift to like your boss or anyone higher than you.
Because I think if you give a gift to your boss, you're trying to bribe them. That's considered a bribe.
Yes, it's
but what if it's their birthday?
I don't know.
If
Do you
it's
want to
their
break
birthday,
the unspoken rule?
I think you have to come to a consensus with everyone. Like, are we getting them a gift?
Yes, and that's what I did with my coworkers. We all pitched in for our boss. But we weren't. None of us were like obliged to like.
I'm not gonna say it was my current job or past jobs. I will not explicitly say what it was, but we did get them flowers, and somebody did. One person pitched in, but nobody else.
Really?
But also we did it. I don't know how it came, because I can't remember because it was that far behind. So
yeah, it was long ago.
It was a long time ago. But also like I put that it was from everybody. Because I'm like I don't know.
Interesting. That's interesting. I've had similar experiences with like family gifts. Like if I'm gonna gift for another family, I just write from like my family to yours. Regardless,
but that's like I feel like that's a different situation because it's like family.
Yeah, that's true. But this is your coworkers. Yeah. That's interesting that you put everyone because clearly not everyone.
No, not everyone. It's like they probably didn't even know. They probably still don't even know, and it happened so long ago. Yeah.
I mean, I can think of like simpler unspoken rules, like when I'm eating and I like push my plate away. That means I'm done. Because sometimes I don't know. I don't like saying I'm full.
Or that was good.
Yeah. Or like, that was good. Push his plate away.
That's it? That you would just push the plate away?
Yeah, and then that's the rule, unspoken rule that I don't want to eat anymore.
I heard that's also like bad manners. Like when you're at somebody's house, and you're saying no to everything because you're not hungry, you're not thirsty, and they're offering you things. It's like bad manners.
Yeah, you should accept something.
Yeah.
I don't know. How do you feel about that?
I kind of like because I was raised with that like sentiment.
I was also raised like that.
Yeah, and like at least like get a drink because if not, then you're like a bad guest.
Yeah, and as the host, I'd be like almost offended,
but also like thanks God.
Like thank God I don't have to help you.
Thank God they don't want anything because I don't have anything.
Like, can I get you a water? Please don't say that.
I ran out of cups. I don't have water bottle. Yeah. I don't know.
No, I mean, I like how we went from very serious unspoken rules to like these very like, I guess, lighter rules of accepting someone.
Because manners are unspoken rules.
That's true. Common sense.
Which a lot of people lack of.
Like, I think especially with the pandemic, it exposed a lot of people's selfish behaviors and entitled behaviors.
Like it was an unspoken rule for people to have parties, and people still gathered and then visited my house and gave my mom COVID.
Damn,
that's a different story. But like
that's a big unspoken.
It's
rule.
also like you're just being plain disrespectful.
Gosh, I mean, COVID makes it so much harder because like yeah, we want to give people like the right what they want to do, but if it's at the stake of
other people's health,
yeah,
like,
that's fucked up.
You're just selfish. That's it. That's point blank.
Yeah, I feel like that selfishness has been spread into just every day. Like when I was at Home Depot one time, this guy just like straight up cut me, and like there was a clear line for him.
That's also
right?
an unspoken rule. Like there's a line, buddy.
Be courteous.
Yeah.
It's like, and sometimes I feel like they know that they're breaking that rule by just being an asshole.
But what if they don't know?
Then what would I do in that situation? Am I the one to enforce unspoken rules?
But if you clearly see that they didn't even see you, you're like, oh, okay. I'll go after you. I mean, I think that's what I would do. I was like, okay, I was here, but it's fine.
It depends how confrontational you are. It depends how much you care.
Really. I don't care. I was like, next. That's fine. Like there's like other lanes, and
No, yeah, literally, I saw someone shoplifting at Target right before my very eyes, and security chased him down. I was like, not my problem.
But
I know stealing.
Don't get involved. Yeah, because like if your car would get stolen, you don't chase after them because that's unsafe.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
You didn't know that?
No, that's a big unspoken rule that I have.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
But how am I going to get my car back?
Because, like, what if they have a weapon?
Mm.
What if they crash into you? Yeah, so it's apparently unsafe to do so. And that's what they tell you not to do. Like, the police.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think I'll ever catch up. If I didn't have another car.
That was my only car. But yeah. Any other unspoken rules? Should I read another one off the list?
Sure. Read maybe
What's
one more.
one that you're like would tick you off? One unspoken rule that would tick you off.
I'm trying to think, like expanding my mind to unspoken rule, almost like a pet peeve, right?
That's what I was just about to say, yeah. Someone said, if someone shows you a photo on their phone, don't swipe left or right.
What used to annoy me a lot, and
just
still
common
kind of
courtesy.
annoys me today, is when I'm hanging out with someone and they're just on their phone. That used to annoy me a lot, and I would actually get like kind of mad inside, like frustrated inside, because one, I didn't want to communicate to them like, hey, get off your phone.
Yeah.
But two, it's like, man, I wish they like read the room better.
Yeah, and it's kind of like, because I think I went through it one time too when we were hanging out and they were just on their phone. And I think it just boils down to that person, which is a terrible person, and that's why they don't have friends. And then they cry that they didn't have friends.
I don't think they're terrible people. Do you think so?
I think they're just bad manners.
Yes, and how they were raised, and
I don't
like,
want to bring their mom into this.
I don't know. Should we bring their mom?
What do you think happens when like a parent is very polar opposite than the child? That's just a different conversation.
What do I think happens?
Yeah, like, what do you think about that? Like, the mom's a very nice person,
but the child is an asshole.
And the child is an asshole and like needs a reality check.
I'd be like, I think the mom might have failed somewhere as a parent, because like you can be the nicest like individual ever, but for you to like imprint a child with good manners, I think that takes something else.
Or maybe the child kind of like threw the manners out the window, maybe.
But what did it take for that child to throw the manners out the window?
Oh, that's a good question.
Where did they learn that?
That's a good question. Because unspoken rules and common courtesy comes down to manners.
And that becomes a whole like nature versus nurture argument of like, are you born with good manners? Are you born a good person?
No, I think you have to learn it.
Okay, now we're getting into like really deep psychology shit.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
I mean, yeah. I think like as you grow up, you just need to learn, oh, this is how the world functions. This is how I need to act.
One last question.
Yeah.
What if I wrote down all the unspoken rules?
And
then I like gave it
to me? That's like,
yeah, what if I spoke to you the unspoken rules? Do you think unspoken rules should be left unspoken?
Oh. No. If you have a problem with it, tell me that you have a problem with it.
Okay.
Well, first of all.
Well, let me bring up my list that I've been preparing.
Yeah.
No, I think we talked about a lot of really interesting things. From like relationships to Venmoing to, I don't know, eating.
With my mouth full?
I actually never pay attention to if people eat with their mouth full,
I think it's
or
like
if they talk with their mouth.
If you chew really loud,
I mean,
you should know. Oh, see, like people just aren't self-aware.
That's the thing. Do you think self-awareness is decreasing as
I think it depends on your level of selfishness. Just like a whole different thing. Anyways, just don't be selfish.
Yeah.
Acknowledge that there's other people in this world that are also functioning.
And that'll make it easier for everyone.
Yeah.
Really. And for yourself.
Exactly.
Sorry, I feel like we're trying to like teach something here.
I am. Anyways, yeah.
Thanks, Miss Vanessa.
Don't say my name.
Anyways, catch us on our next learning episode.
What else
our next
are we
lesson.
Gonna do?
I don't know.
Comment down below.
Comment down below or respond to our polls. Follow us on Chaotically Conquering.